This is Adobe Premiere Pro. I've already created a new project. By default, it's added what it calls a sequence in here. Sequences and timelines are essentially the same thing. A sequence sits within a timeline. So this is what it looks like when you've just created a brand new project. So what we're going to do, we've got this area here, it's called our project area. We're going to fill this up with our assets, and then we're going to bring them down to this lower section, which is the timeline, so that we can start editing things. And you'll notice down here we were talking about having lots of layers. See, I've got 3 video tracks, I've got 3 audio tracks and a master audio track. And I can add to these if I want to, I can subtract from them if I want to, but we'll use this to build up all of our layers. So the first thing that I need to do is to literally just drag in all of the assets that we're going to work with. So if we start with our AVI that we created of the PowerPoint, I'll literally just drag it straight in. Okay. You could also right click and import the item. You could also go down here to the media browser and just find it on your hard drive. I find that because I'm working with 2 monitors, it's much easier for me to have what comes with this called Adobe Bridge. It allows you to browse your media really easily. I have that open, I can go straight to what I need to and just drag it straight in. So if you remember, we also created our web screen. So we'll drag that one in. And then the week before we created our WAV file, which is this one. Okay, I've got some music, but I'm going to come back to the music later. For now, we just start working with this. Now, I'm going to save it because I've got my assets in there, and it's nice to just make sure we don't lose anything. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the PowerPoint and just drag it straight down to the timeline. Now normally you'd put them on video track 1, but because I want to cut out and put the other video behind it, I'm going to put it on track 2. Okay, and here it is. If I expand this, you get a little clip at the beginning showing what it is. If I expand this, we get the audio, and you can physically see it. You can see the waveform down here. So let's just zoom in on this a little bit. If you remember, I said I wanted to add the actual sweetened audio in here because this is a lower quality version. So I'm going to drag this down. Okay. The reason it's going underneath the timeline here is because this is only a mono track. So it wants to create a new audio track for me. Okay, you can actually see on here, this track has got 2 speakers, this track's only got 1. And that's fine, that's all I need. What I will do though is I'm going to get rid of audio track 3 because it's in my way. So I will delete audio 3 for now. And then we'll expand this one out and we can see the waveforms. Now let's go somewhere near the beginning. Down at the bottom I have this zoom control. Okay, you can see I can zoom in and zoom out with that. You'll have something similar in your software. We want to zoom this out quite a way. I want to have my my marker exactly where that starts. Okay, I'll zoom it right in. Okay, start there for now. So what you can see is this track is starting here, and this track is starting way over here. Now when I say way over there, we're looking at a few frames literally difference. But if I drag this in, you can see now it's pretty close. Let's make these tracks a bit bigger for you. So we can see wherever there's peaks and troughs, they're matching pretty much on both timelines. But what we need to do to be really sure is to listen to it. So let's give it a try.
Picture yourself 12 months from now entertaining a group of your friends around the piano that you're playing like a maestro.
That's not bad. Just show you what it sounds like though if you got it wrong. Let me zoom in a little bit more.
Picture yourself 12 months from now entertaining a group of your friends around the piano.
Okay, can you hear that? It's only one frame out. It's very obvious. It's like there's an immediate echo there.
Picture yourself 12 months from now entertaining a group of your friends around the piano.
Okay, it's clearly not right. So we go back to the beginning. And we try it again.
Picture yourself 12 months from now entertaining a group of your friends around the piano.
Okay, that's good. We've got that synchronized now. And there's a number of ways that we can progress. What I like to do is to shorten this track. Okay, these two tracks are synchronized. If I select that, it selects its matching audio. But I like to bring them so they start at the same point. And if we go to the other end, I like them to also finish at the same point. So we're now looking at exactly the same length. What I then want to do, we could just mute this track. So if I just flick that, this track is now switched off. And if I play it, you'll now only hear one voice.
Picture yourself 12 months from now entertaining a group of your friends around.
Okay, so we've only got one playing. But if I move this top track, we'll lose the synchronization. So what I do is these are called linked tracks. So I unlink them. And whatever software you use will have something similar to that. So now I can select them individually. And what I want to do is select this one and just hit delete. Okay, we don't need that track anymore. We do need this one, and I'm going to select both of these together, and then I'm now going to link these. So now if I move one, see the other one moves with it. So what I'll now do is I'll move them all the way left. So they start at the beginning. And in fact, we can see here we're almost at 10 seconds. We're at 9 seconds and 5 frames. That's a long time to wait for a movie to start. So I'm going to come down to 8 seconds, roughly. And then I'm going to move this in. Okay, just cut all of that off the beginning. And now it starts pretty much on the beginning. So let's listen to it.
Picture yourself 12 months from now.
Okay, I like that. Okay, so we'll save this, and let me just make the screen a little bit neater so we can work with it. So, I'm going to get rid of those first couple of tracks. I'm going to delete all my empty audio tracks for now. And I'm going to rename this one so I know which is which. This is my voice. And this here is my PowerPoint. So this is the basics. We've now got the PowerPoint in there, and it's synchronized with our good quality audio.